This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Steve Bartlestein, Lori Stokes, and Phil Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
It is 6 a.m. and driving throughout the region is going to be treacherous for the morning's commute.
Snow on the ground to the north of the city, but the big concern is going to be ice on the ground just about everywhere.
And expect major problems at the airports as flights are delayed and canceled and passengers are left with nowhere else to go, like this little one.
Oh, man. She's snoozing, though.
Yeah, she's all right. Good morning. I'm Lori Stokes.
And I'm Steve Bartlestein. You are never more than 7 minutes away from weather, traffic, and Mr. Bill Evans, who's charting it all.
Well, if you're just joining us this morning, it is a mess out there this morning. This will look at Columbus Avenue this morning. You can see we've got snow on ice. Now, the roadways in the city have been treated in a lot of spots, but in the outlying areas, secondary roads, that sort of thing, going to be quite the problem today. It's not so much from an accumulation standpoint. It's going to be the fact that we've got ice and we'll have snow on top of that, returning to ice later on today, and then the wind will glaze this over with very cold air across the area for later on today. Traffic just speeding along there on Columbus Avenue by Lincoln Center. Here's the AccuTrack radar. The ice we're talking about here is sort of on the line right there of Monmouth County and Ocean County moving northward. The rest of the area getting snow, or at least here in these coastal sections, a snow and ice mix. What's happening is this low to our south is pulling in some warm air into the middle layers of the system, and it's freezing above, freezing below, but the ice falls through and starts to snow, changes to ice, and it gets down to the surface as ice. Or probably what will happen also is some of this in the outlying areas will be in the form of freezing rain during the day. So here are the watches and warnings, and there are a ton of them wherever you are, but the important one really to note is there is an ice storm warning until 6 o'clock today. We rarely get that. But in New York City and the outlying areas, the urban areas of New Jersey, that is treacherous. That is very dangerous in that power lines, trees come down, roads are icy, overpasses. Now this is Lower Passaic, Bergen County, Lower Westchester, Manhattan, the Bronx, and then the urban areas of New Jersey all the way down in here to Middlesex County and over toward Somerset, Hunterdon County. That is very dangerous today. So it's not the accumulating snow so much as the fact that we're seeing this for the day today. Also, a wind advisory, flood watch for the Jersey Shore today at the time of high tide with this low that is coming from south to north. We're going to talk more about that in the AccuWeather in just a minute. But I know Joe Nolan, he's standing by right now, and you got a ton of problems out there. I know.
I got
already.
piles of stuff.
You go right ahead, sir.
All right, we're going to go right to our maps. I'm going to tell you about a few things that are happening. First off, again, if you're traveling out here on 87 southbound, New York State Thruway, jackknife tractor trailer up by exit 17. Numerous accidents out on Long Island, particularly on the Long Island Expressway at Glen Cove Road, Jericho Turnpike, at the Sagnicos Parkway, Deer Park Avenue. On the northern state, there's a bunch of them. We had some on the southern state, but this is the biggest one right now. Southbound 287 at exit 41, jackknife tractor trailer. All lanes are closed there. There are multiple accidents throughout, so please be careful as you travel around. An alternate side in effect. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
Joe, thank you. Well, the ice and the cold and the wind, it is a sharp cutting edge of what promises to be a tough, stormy day. We've been talking about it all morning for you, and whether you're walking or you're driving, it's going to be treacherous. The ice will be one of the greatest dangers today if you are traveling. Eyewitness News reporter Ken Rosado's live now in Greenbrook, New Jersey, with more. Ken?
And good morning, Lori. Excuse me for blinking and squinting. It's because the wind is blowing directly in my face, and the pellets of ice literally are bouncing right off my cheeks and my eyes. So it's actually a little painful. It's like looking into the direction of the wind if you're on the beach during the summer and having sand blow at your face. So it really is a little annoying. Of course, we can only envision the summer sand right now. I'm going to have Jerry Lago, our photographer, just tilt down a little bit. I want to show you to illustrate the ice qualities that Bill Evans was talking about. Look at this. This is pure ice pellet. You can't make a snowball out of it because the pellets are too large, and that is what you will encounter on the roadways. It is very slick, very slippery, and if you think you're in control, you likely are, so definitely take it easy on the roads today. That's it from here. We're live in Greenbrook, New Jersey. Ken Rosado, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
We're hurting for you. Yeah. Drivers in New Jersey urged to be extra careful this morning as snow and freezing rain are making roads extremely difficult, as you might imagine. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates live in Morristown. You've seen quite a bit of snow there, haven't you, Tony?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm getting more ice just like Ken is. And you know what? That's a very good point. You have to be very careful if you're going to be driving in this stuff. Now, we've seen a lot of traffic this morning on Morris Street here in Morristown. you have to go slow. You have to give yourself room. Earlier we were out before all of this stuff came down. We were following this guy who was delivering milk. And at that point, slush wasn't his problem so much as his truck kept breaking down because he had problems with the fuel line. So his company sent out sort of a roving repairman to fix it so that they can get those milk deliveries going steady today.
Airlines freezing up, the fuel getting like gel, and basically that's about it. All you gotta do is take the filters down, refill them, and start them back up again.
Okay, so now the important thing for anybody who's going to work, who's going to be driving their cars, you have to be very, very careful. We had salt trucks out here earlier. We had plows out here earlier. They made a couple of sweeps, and yet we still have the slush on the road. So give yourself room, give yourself extra time to get wherever you're going this morning if you have to be out. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Tony, thank you. Join us now live on the phone, Joe Orlando from the New Jersey Turnpike Authority. Morning, Joe.
Morning, guys.
Saw you on the air yesterday talking about how well you were prepared this time around. How are things going thus far?
Well, we were prepared. The forecast just wasn't what we thought it was going to be, but that certainly we can adapt to that. Rather than plowing, we're out there spreading salt up and down the roads, doing constant passes, about 250 trucks on both roads going up and down. And despite the fact that we're salting the road, we still have to lower the speed limit on the turnpike down to 35 miles an hour because of the conditions out there. So we'd hoped that this would have all passed through by this morning, but no such luck, and we're just going to have to deal with it as best we can. And I'm imagining the volume will be light today as people decide just to bang up and stay home and not deal with this. For those that do have to go in, we're just stay behind the plows and let them get their job done.
Right.
And hopefully by the time the afternoon rush hour rolls around that we should have a much better conditions.
All right, Joe, we appreciate you stopping by. Bill was saying you might check our forecast out next time because he hit it right on the head.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. We'll talk to you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. We always got to give Joe a hard time. Well, Billy did call it exactly time for...
Totally.
Yeah, so he's right on that. Thank you. For strap hangers and commuters along the LIRR, the concern is icy tracks and platforms. Eyewitness News reporter Dave Evans in charge of tracks and platforms. He's at Jamaica Station in Queens. Dave.
Well, see, this has really been an unusual storm. This morning when we started out between 2:30 and 3, we went from Midtown here to Jamaica, Queens, and along the LIE, the rain was really coming down in tiny pellets of ice. It stopped for about an hour or so, and it was almost clear, but then here within the last 20 or 30 minutes, that pelting ice, sand-like ice has started back up again, and it is really windy right now here in Jamaica. This morning, crews were out early salting and sanding the sidewalks in front of Jamaica Station. Sutphin Boulevard right behind me has about maybe a quarter inch to a half inch of slushy ice and snow. City crews have done a pretty good job salting this part of the city. Pedestrians and drivers we talked with this morning said it is certainly slick, but it is really not that bad. And we actually talked to a couple of people who said, considering it has been such a dry winter, they actually wanted to see some more snow today. They said they were actually disappointed in what they've seen so far, but hey, it's not over yet. For now, reporting live in Jamaica, Queens, Dave Evans, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
All right, Dave, thanks very much. If you are flying out of town this morning, as we always say, check your carrier before headed to the airports because we're seeing a lot of delays. A lot of flights going really nowhere. Eyewitness News reporter Carolina Terrazona live at LaGuardia Airport. We can blame my hometown, Chicago, for a lot of that. It was nasty there yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately, Steve, I think we can. That's one of the culprits here, and you can see in just about like an hour or so just how long this line has gotten. It almost reaches the point where we're standing, and all these people are just hoping and praying to get on one of those flights, but there's a lot of delays and cancellations to tell you about at this hour. Many airlines here in the main terminal at LaGuardia, including American, United, Delta, U.S. Airways, and several others, have sent out their bad weather advisory for several markets in the Northeast and warning their passengers about delays and cancellations due to this winter storm, and they are. The Washington Dulles Airport is closed, that we're told. Bradley International closed as well, and also Ronald Reagan Airport in Washington. Many people here at LaGuardia have found a way to pass the time, waiting, reading, and finding a place to rest.
I am so tired. I have 6 months pregnant, and I have my daughter. I tell the lady my daughter have a fever in the morning, but yeah, she say I don't have room, and so I need to be wait.
And quickly, some cancellations, some cancellations to tell you about at this hour. We have 158 flights canceled in Newark, 95 here at LaGuardia, and 57 at JFK. But of course, keep in mind those numbers will change. And we are live at LaGuardia. Carolina Terzona, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Carolina, thank you. Well, Connecticut is getting its fair share of snow and rain as well. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Fleischer is live in Greenwich with the latest for us. Tim.
And Lori, I'm going to have to get some washer fluid. I'll get you one as well, although I know you're not driving today. Could use a shovel here. Might need some firewood for later on as well. All of these things people are stopping and picking up here at this on-the-run store. Things that we haven't even needed this winter season. Also not much in use, the snow plows. A lot of villages and towns, we've got some video for you of that plowing. The villages and towns have been able to save a lot of money this season because of that. The private contractors, though, on the other hand, they're a little depressed by all of this, but they're starting to make a little bit of money today as well as they clear the roads and the parking lots. Even the drivers are finding it a little slick out as well. Is it real slick out?
I think they are, yes.
Are you having trouble controlling the car?
No, I haven't, not yet. Still too early to figure that out. I think I will. I drive a truck, so I might find that out later.
Don't worry, Lori. I'll get this to you soon. Reporting live in Greenwich, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Does he know you or what? He says you're not driving. You didn't drive. You're exactly right, Tim.
But I do drive. I will this afternoon. Thank you, Tim.
Tim's been drinking that for the day this morning, brother.
I know how to drive in inclement weather. Still ahead. On this edition of Eyewitness News this morning, much more live storm watch coverage as the snow and the icy rain and the sleet fall throughout the tri-state area. Just want to use all the precaution you can. Be very, very careful. Looking at a live shot of the Upper West Side right now.
Closed captioning provided by your Lexus dealers.
Nestle Coffee Mate wants to know, how do you get going in the morning?
With a cup of coffee. I love to have just a hot, fresh cup of coffee. I have another cup of coffee before yoga. Coffee is crucial. I walk to work with another cup of coffee. I grab my coffee. I have a really good breakfast. I guess I'm a 3-cupper. The kids would have a less happy mom, I think, if I didn't get the cup of coffee to get me going.
Want to make your morning coffee even better? Then experience the difference of coffee with Coffee Mate Coffee Creamer. Look for it in your grocer's dairy aisle.
Jen, can I have you look at this? I'll be right back.
With its rich aroma and incredible flavor, Nestle Coffee Mate Coffee Creamer turns coffee into a total sensory experience. For a free 7-day supply, go to coffeemate.com.
If you were building your dream house, the two most important things would be first the design, and then using the best materials possible. The same is true for a new smile. That's why Da Vinci Labs starts by designing a smile that's both natural looking and matches your individual face. And then they create your Da Vinci smile using the finest, most long-lasting materials. Best of all, only Da Vinci veneers come with a lifetime guarantee. So call 1-800-DENTIST today to find the certified Da Vinci dentist near you.
Lori Sims shows off her diving medal, hides her sinking algebra grade. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Todd Hughes reached level 16 on his video game, yet to reach grade level in reading. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Call 800-EDUCATE now. Sylvan can help children at every grade and every stage with reading, math, writing, homework, study skills, SAT, ACT prep, and more. See why more parents choose Sylvan over any other single tutor. Call your local Sylvan expert at 800-EDUCATE today.
President's Day only comes once a year. And to celebrate, Chevy has some commanding offers with great deals on almost every 07. The Chevy President's Day sale. Hurry, 5 days only, then this term ends.
Qualified non-GM owners and lessees can use bonus cash to get a low-mileage lease on this Impala for around $229 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. Find your nearest dealer on ChevyOffers.com.
This is Eyewitness News, proud to support the Protect Our Children campaign.
Have you seen Sermon? ABC 7 and Tri-State Ford dealers urge you to protect our children.
We can just see the different mixes of all this wintry mess from live shot to live shot.
You know, and we were talking about this yesterday, that this would be an ice maker, not a big snow maker for the city or Long Island or down around the Jersey Shore or coastal Connecticut. It's ice, and the ice is the worst across the area. You want to see pretty pictures of snow? Let me take you to Goshen. Pretty part of the world up there around Goshen. You get up there into Sullivan and Ulster and Orange County and Dutchess County. Snow is coming down there. This is a spot where we're going to be measuring snow in feet. Ed, we got any other live pictures like Syosset? Anybody else out there we can take a look at? Let's show the Upper West Side then, because to contrast that, this is ice, and this is a mess in here. This is a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice. It'll go back to some snow later on today, and will be quite a mess. Morristown, New Jersey, get a look at that this morning. Roadways have been treated there. You know, there's plenty of warning out about this. I don't know where Joe Orlando at the Turnpike gets his weather from, but these roads are treated, and they are certainly, you know, on the ball there. So here's what's happening for the day today. Current temperature now in Central Park, 20 degrees, 84% the humidity, the barometer falling. The winds are northeast at about 15, gusting up to about 28. The wind is going to go higher. There's no question about it. This low is going to strengthen. It's creating all this. And as it moves out into the Atlantic, the winds will start cranking today. Just to show you the rain-snow line, that is right on the border now of Atlantic and Ocean County. The freezing line is here around Asbury Park. So this is the ice that we're talking about. There's some ice mixed in here as well, but the majority of what we're looking at for this storm today is going to be coming up from the south as we go through the morning commute and through the day. So that's why the National Weather Service has issued an ice warning, an ice storm warning. We rarely get that. That's the pink shades here that you see from lower Westchester County, Harlem, right through the Bronx into Manhattan, and then westward. Now, eastward, there's a winter weather advisory. That'll be a mix of rain and ice, but there will be some icing in Brooklyn and Queens. You can guarantee it, particularly there around Grand Army Plaza, Prospect Park, all through that area, and in Queens, too, around Astoria and Flushing Hills. Those are some nice high spots there. So those spots will also get some icing in there as well as the high spots across Long Island, too, particularly along the North Shore. So the rest of the area today is going to be looking at some wind, too, around as we go on through the afternoon hours. We're looking at a high wind advisory for the city, coastal Connecticut and eastward, flood watch for the Jersey Shore. 20 in the park now, 23 toward Queens, 9 in Poughkeepsie, 10 around Monticello. It's really cold in here. You get outside the city, the wind chills are below zero to single digits around coastal Connecticut down into the city. Here is the low, spinning just off the Carolina coast, now up toward the Delmarva Peninsula. One low is handing off to the other low. You'll see that here. This is the low that's in the Great Smoky Mountains. That's handing off to the other low at the coast. If this low were just out here in the Atlantic, just a bit more by 50 miles, we'd be getting a ton of snow in here throughout the day today. Now, across the area, here comes the snow and the ice. It's been waning back and forth here around the area, and that's going to happen particularly at the coastal sections. Inland sections, we'll see just all snow to some sleet. There will be later on this afternoon that snow and wind blowing through the afternoon, 50, 60 mile per hour winds around the area. We're coming off the high tide, so if you've got flooding around the coastal sections of Jersey and Long Island, that will start to slow down as we get into the afternoon. But the low will still pile a ton of water back into the Jersey Shore, western Long Island Sound. So we got an icy mix today. We're around 34 to 36 degrees. There goes the low, across eastern Long Island and then out into the Atlantic. So it's going to get very windy this afternoon, and that's going to re-ice things as we get into tonight. It will flash freeze things. Windy and cold this afternoon. There'll be some snow and there'll be some flurries tonight. And we're down to 14 in the city, but the wind chill is 0 and well below in the suburbs. Tomorrow it's windy and cold. 0 we start out in the real feel department, and we get to 10 as the real feel later on, despite a high of 24, 22 on Friday, 30 on Saturday and Sunday. So there you have it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a mess. This is going to be going on all day long.
Yep.
Okay. All day through the evening commute too.
Couple of rounds. Hitting the second round.
We're just, you know, we're just the bottom of the second here.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Seventh inning stretch. We're going to be tired. Let's head over to Joe Nolan, standing by Metro Traffic.
Let's make sure too today during the day, because of what's going to get cold tonight. Make sure you get out there. You know, I can see you now.
I was going to say, what is this?
No, because I got so much stuff. I need my glasses. But make sure you get your driveway cleared out today, because if it gets cold tonight, like Bill, when it gets cold tonight, like Bill is saying, it's going to flash freeze and your driveway is going to be a mess. So make sure you get it cleared out today. Don't wait till you get home home. You know, don't wait till tonight or tomorrow because this is not going to work. All right, here we go. Let's go to our maps, and we're going to start out by telling you about a bunch of things. First off, jackknife truck southbound New York State Thruway. This one's up here by exit 17. One lane is out. Now, if you're going to be traveling coming in from the island now, we've got ourselves some issues as well. An accident up here on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway by the LIE, but further on out, the problem that you're going to have is that there are multiple accidents between Glen Cove Road and Deer Park Avenue on the LIE. That will continue. And then on 287, as you begin to travel out onto the southbound side at exit 41, there's a jackknife tractor trailer. That one in the process of being cleared. Mass transit good so far. We haven't had any reports of any delays. And alternate side is in effect. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
And you could tell we're in business when the glasses come out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No shucking and jiving now.
Just business. Business.
Thanks, Joe. Still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning.
Much more.
Yes.
You know, as we talk about the storm coverage, the snow, the ice, the rain, as Lori likes to say, a potpourri of weather. We're looking at the west side there. It's stopped, but there's a red light. We'll have much more coming up on the other side of the break.
BMW has designed brakes so intelligent they talk to the rain sensor. And when told it's raining, they apply just enough friction to stay dry and in control. An idea that's arrived not a moment too soon. Lease a BMW 328i for $349 a month, now until February 28th.
Everyone is fabulous. The Barney's Warehouse sale, 50 to 75% off regular prices. Starts tomorrow, February 15th, 255 West 17th Street.
Hi, I'm Stephen Korn, and I'm announcing our largest clearance sale of the season. This President's Day weekend, save 40 to 75% off our finest minks, sheared minks, and lightweight shieldings, coats and jackets, all sizes from petite to large, many to be sold below replacement cost. Visit us in Paramus, Manhattan, the Mall at Short Hills, and the Westchester Mall in White Plains. This end-of-season clearance sale ends Monday, February 19th, so don't miss the last chance to own the finest furs and shieldings at our most incredible sale of the year.
This is your McDonald's morning wake-up call. Make it a McDonald's morning with our delicious premium roast blend of coffee and a tasty sausage and egg biscuit or egg McMuffin. And don't forget the hash brown. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Okay, one last putt, then I gotta go do my taxes.
Still do your own taxes?
Yeah, what, you don't?
No, I got people.
You got people?
Yeah. Get my people on it. My people get back to me.
How long you have people?
5 years. Same guy. Hello? Hey, Dennis. It's my people.
Oh.
Yeah, let me...
With H&R Block, you got 90,000 tax professionals, any one of whom can become your personal tax professional.
Ooh. Coming back.
Oh, dear.
The Andersons just got this titanium HD beauty. The Romeros, this tricked-out setup. All this high-tech stuff, and you're gonna hook it up to cable? Why? With Verizon Fios, TVs deliver incredibly lifelike picture, and computers get juiced with lightning speed thanks to America's top-rated internet service. Plus, now you can get it all for under $95 a month. Call today, because hooking up any of this to cable is a waste. Phone, broadband, TV, Verizon.
You're watching Eyewitness News, now in high definition.
Good morning. It is 6:25, and you are looking at roadways in New Jersey this morning. It is going to be quite the mess as we get through the morning commute with ice and snow. 20 degrees, going to a high of 34. We've got a mix of precipitation in the city, snow north and west. Snow totals will be a foot and higher north and west of the city. In the city, ice and snow, probably snow accumulating about an inch to maybe 2 or 3 later on today, but it's just going to be an icy mess on roadways. Details now from Joe Nolan in Metro Traffic with more. Joseph.
All right, right to the maps we go, Bill, and we'll start out on 287. Good news here. They've dragged this truck off to the side of the roadway, so all lanes have been reopened, but still, nonetheless, you're going to have, I'm sure, delays southbound on 287 getting past that. Now we'll take a quick look here southbound on the New York State Thruway. Again, that jackknife truck is still up there by exit 17. Again, one lane was out of service southbound on the Thruway. And then on the LIE, you've got multiple accidents now pretty much between Glen Cove Road and Deer Park Avenue, so be aware of that. And on the Brooklyn Bridge coming inbound, 2 lanes are out with an unauthorized tractor trailer that wandered out onto the road. They've got to back him off. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
All right, Joe, thanks. So we know that there is some snow definitely on the ground north of the city. Eyewitness News reporter Lisa Calgrassi is live in Goshen with more. Lisa?
Lori, I believe we have the bulk of it here. We've probably got more than 4 inches, and it is still coming down. But what's really frigid and how the conditions have gotten a little bit worse lately. Let's take a look. We're just going to show you an example of the wind is just swirling around, and it's almost like little ice pellets. So this is just so harsh when it hits your face. The winds have gotten really strong here. And I got to tell you, these snow plows from DOT and private snow plows, they have been out all night long. DOT crews working 12-hour shifts. We've also seen a number of private snow plows out there. I'm not kidding. We've probably seen at least 50 snow plows and salt trucks here overnight. It's going to be a long one for them. What's it like out there? What are the roads like?
Yeah, they put us sleeping. You know, it's got a lot of freezing rain mixed with snow. So.
You're pretty busy today.
Yeah, we're pretty busy. Yeah.
So the roads are still snow covered despite their best efforts. Very slow going up here. And we want to give a quick shout out to Gene Winters. He's a local resident who saw us here on the air and came over and gave us coffee and muffins. Really sweet. And I'll tell you what, it is very, very cold out here, and it's really, the roads are very treacherous. For now, we're live in Goshen. Lisa Calagrassi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah,
all right, Lisa.
She called it right. They do have the brunt of the snow right there.
Yeah.
Thanks,
we got
Lisa.
the ice here.
Yes,
Closing in at 6:30, as you know. I'm still heading Eyewitness News this morning. Get ready for a slow and slick commute. Snow, icy rain, sleet. As you know, we got everything falling in the area. Look at it's Syosset. Yeah, the train station there.
And of course, we'll have live storm watch team coverage. New Haven is what we're looking at right now, in Connecticut. Speaking of Connecticut, Bill Evans will be back with your AccuWeather forecast.
Connecticut.
First came romance, then the kids, the bills, more bills, and work. So how can you find the time to again spark the romance in your love life? And how can you ever afford it? That's where Good Morning America's Romance Brigade comes in. This Valentine's Day, it's for every couple in love.
What does every sip of Tropicana Pure Premium taste like? Wake up to a fresh squeeze of optimism. The amazing, straight from the orange taste of Tropicana Pure Premium.
Carbon monoxide is very serious and can happen to anyone at any time. And I've learned that the very, very hard way.
They were taken from me. They were robbed from me.
It changes your life forever.
There's 7 passengers. Then there's 7 passengers, 1 picnic basket, 2 boogie boards, 3 beach chairs, and Kirby the Crab. The all-new Mazda CX-9 crossover SUV with more cargo space than Toyota Highlander and Honda Pilot. There's 7 passengers their way. Then there's 7 passengers the Zoom way. Get a 2007 Mazda CX-9 all-wheel drive Sport with this special introductory $349 a month lease for 48 months with $19.99 to at lease signing.
I used to hate going to the dentist, and it was so expensive, I never went. But now I found VitalDent.
VitalDent is a new approach to dentistry. So technologically advanced and comfortable, you'll forget you're in a dental office, and you get all your dental treatments in one place with customized payment plans available. Plus, your first consultation is free. You get a complete dental exam, including x-rays and cleaning, all completely free. Visit VitalDent now. It is amazing what you can get with a smile.
It only happens once a year. The 33rd Annual Northeast RV New Product Show, February 15th through the 19th at the Rockland Community College Fieldhouse Arena in Suffolk, New York. See more slide-out models. Over 150 units from 35 dealers. Take advantage of competitive show pricing. Located on the New Jersey border near Route 287 and Exit 14B off the New York State Thruway. Visit Northeast RV's 2007 New Product Show this Thursday through Monday at the Rockland Community College Fieldhouse Arena in Suffolk, New York. Discount admission coupons available on the web. RocklandExpo.com. Don't miss it.
Hey, moms and dads, looking for a fast way to check on school closings? For up-to-the-minute listings, go to 7online.com. It's Channel 7, wherever you are.
And now, Eyewitness News continues with Steve Bartlestein, Lori Stokes, and Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
High winds, ice pellets, and slick roads. That's the way it is in much of New Jersey. This is Ken Rosetta live in Greenbrook. All the details up ahead.
Icing a major concern on the area's commuter railroads. I'm NJ Burkett on the North Shore of Long Island. That story in a live report coming up.
And I'm Carolina Tarazona live at LaGuardia Airport. Plenty of flight cancellations and delays to tell you about. We'll have a full report on that story coming up.
Thank you, Carolina. Boy, I tell you, even with the bad weather, he's got the Burberry scarf on, NJ.
Oh, NJ.
With the company jacket. Love that. Good morning. I'm Steve Bartlestein.
And I'm Lori Stokes. Hope your morning talk to a good start. It's treacherous out there. We have all kind of snow and ice and rain and everything. You're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic. Bill, what all is out there?
Oh, it is a mess out there. I want to show you the AccuTrack radar first because you can see that rain and snow line as it has been wavering back and forth. Now there's a big area of ice coming right across southern sections of Long Island and toward the eastern end. So this ice and snow mix is going to waver back and forth as we go through the morning commute today. And you can see out here in Suffolk County, there's that ice mix again where NJ is at Syosset, which is right about there. Across the Long Island Expressway, the northern state, the southern state, north and west, it's all snow here in the Catskills in northern Jersey. And the rain is starting to just creep into there, saturating southern sections of Ocean County down toward Atlantic County. But this ice is going to go on for a while because this atmosphere is plenty cold. It's Arctic air. It's hanging on. The low center is down here around the Delmarva Peninsula. That's going to be riding out into the Atlantic. And as it does that today, it will strengthen. And that means the winds will really get cranking during the day today. There's been an ice storm warning issued for Manhattan, the Bronx, and then westward across southern Passaic, Bergen County, Morris County, all through here. Ice storm warning. That means roadways, bridges, overpasses, trees, and into southern Westchester County here as well. Winter storm warning off to the north. Winter weather advisory eastward across coastal Connecticut throughout the day today. So this is a real mess here. A high wind advisory in effect for the area. Flood watch for the Jersey Shore. 20 in the park now, 18 around Rye. North and west, it's in the single digits to 10 at Monticello. But when you factor in this cold wind today, it's 6 and 7 degrees below zero, north and west, to 2 in the urban areas of Jersey. 10 is how it feels from the city eastward, single digits on Long Island. Going to be quite the cold, windy day. There'll be flash freezing across the area later on as the wind really picks up later on today, and this is going to turn back to snow as we get into the afternoon. We're going to talk more about that in your AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a minute. Weather and traffic together as always. And this gentleman, look at that coming at you. Look at the look on that face right there. You are busy, sir. Take it away.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and in fact, you know, I'm trying to put maps together, and they just change so quickly. First of all, this 287 accident, jackknife tractor trailer is still there. That is off on the side though now, so that's the good news. We still have the jackknife truck up on 87 and throughway southbound around 17. Now, a bunch of accidents en route on the LIE, northern state, southern state. You know, they clear up a couple, and a couple of more come along. So pretty much in the middle of Nassau County, all the way on out to Comac Road, we continue to have it. And then on the western spur of the New Jersey Turnpike, southbound around 15W, 2 lanes are out. An accident there. That one just into us, and they've dropped the speed limit now down to 35. And now 3 separate accidents around exit 30 on Route 80. Another one at 47. Another one at 54. Then westbound at 57. Another one at 52. Another one at 19. You get the idea, don't you? It's bad out there. Don't drive if you don't have to. Go ahead and use mass transit. You'll be a happy camper, particularly this afternoon on your way home when it's still coming down. So use mass transit. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
All right, Joe, you got it covered. You said it right. Our top story this half hour, as you might imagine, cold is biting. Cars are sliding, as Joe talked about. But Eyewitness News reporter Ken Rosato is anchored in Greenbrook, New Jersey, facing in to the wind. Who can get that? But there you are.
We could have had, our photographer here, Jerry Lago, was very clever, see. We could have been facing the other way, and he would have gotten pelted, and I would have been fine. But Jerry thought ahead. Good for you, Jerry. Bad for me. But I want to show you something that really has us concerned, Steve. Up there, power lines. Now, earlier this morning when we first got here, there was what appeared to be freezing rain. Bill Evans was talking about this. And then a little snow, and now we're being pelted with ice pellets. What's concerning me a little bit here, just looking at this, is it looks like ice is now starting to accumulate on the power lines. And that's something that could really lead to an absolute mess because of the high winds. So we keep our fingers crossed and hope that that doesn't lead to power outages, but that's something I know the utility companies are definitely concerned about. That's it from here. We're live in Greenbrook, New Jersey. Ken Rosato, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Ken, thank you. And drivers in New Jersey are urged to be extra careful this morning. As Joe Nolan was just saying, snow and freezing rain are making roads extremely slick. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates is live now at the Tiffany Diner in Mahwah. Did you go in at all?
Well, we're actually still here in Morristown, and slush is really covering the road, so you really got to be careful. Traffic is picking up. Now, commercial and municipal snowplows have been out all morning. We've got some video of that. As for the commercial snowplows, their job has been to clear the parking lots so that they're accessible to anybody who's going to venture out in this. If you don't have to, please don't. But they were getting ready this morning for anything. So what's your game plan this morning? How's it going so far?
So far, so good. Got my first cup of coffee, waiting for anything from an inch to a foot. Don't really know what's going to happen, but we're all kind of getting ready. We've all been waiting a long time for a little push. A lot of guys are hungry, so we'll see what happens. We're ready, though.
Right now, we're going to start salting. I work for the local hospital, Morristown Memorial, and we have some buildings that we need to get salted before the patients start arriving.
Well, you better believe it. Those guys are probably very busy right now. We have some commercial snowplows clearing this parking lot directly behind us. This ice is still falling, and unfortunately for all the kids who get a snow day, they don't get snow. They get this yucky ice that's going to keep them indoors anyway. Guys, back to you.
Tony, we've made reservations for you at the Tiffany Diner, so to get out of the cold stuff.
I guess we just gave a shout out to the Tiffany Diner.
Yes, we did. Thanks, Tony. Commuters on Long Island can feel a bite of this morning cold, ice building up, a serious concern, as you might imagine, for LIPA and its power lines, and also for the LIRR. It's experienced problems before. NJ Burkett, in charge out there in Syosset. Sir, how's it going?
Well, Steve, it is really blowing out here now in ways that it wasn't just 2 hours ago. The wind has really kicked up. We're up here on the north shore of Long Island, where icing is a concern not only on the highways, but on the Long Island Railroad as well. Of course, an ice storm can do more damage to a commuter rail system than a snowstorm. If the third rail ice is over, Steve, trains can lose power and stall out. You know, even a single stalled train can wreck the morning rush hour. Now, the Long Island Railroad has been running empty trains up and down the lines all night to keep the snow and ice from piling up on the third rail. No reports of any problems so far, but the morning rush hour just getting underway. Live in Syosset, Long Island. NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
All right, NJ, thank you. Well, many commuters concerned about icy rails and conditions for the railroads this morning. Eyewitness News reporter Sandra Bookman is live at the Chappaqua Metro North Railroad Station. You're wide awake now, Sandra.
Yeah, I kind of have to be, don't I? Look, traffic here at this station in Chappaqua has picked up considerably since the 6 o'clock hour. Many people heading into work this morning. What they're finding is that the Metro North trains are running on time, on schedule. Metro North has worked hard to make that happen. And despite the fact that most of the people we talk to are very happy about that, some are a little bit disappointed that this storm wasn't bigger.
I hope it gets worse.
Why?
Why not? The kids need a day off. We need plenty of snow. It's been a winter without snow.
Now, coming in this morning, what we found is that the major roads and the secondary roads were in very good shape. The salt trucks, Sanders, had been out all night. But because this icy drizzle is still falling, icing is going to be a concern for most of the day. We're live in Chappaqua. I'm Sandra Bookman, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
All right, Sandra, thank you. The other concern, of course, if you are flying out today, you can probably expect delays and cancellations. Eyewitness News reporter Carolina Terrazona is live now at LaGuardia Airport with more for us. Carolina?
Oh, yeah, plenty of delays and cancellations, Lori, to tell you about this morning. The good news is that the line has somewhat gotten shorter since the last time we saw you, but still very busy here at LaGuardia. Many people have been here since 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, just hoping to get some information about their flights. Unfortunately, we don't have much good news to report. Several airports in the Northeast are now closed. Some are not expected to open until about 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's what's really just affecting everything and causing everything to snowball. We know that the Washington Dulles Airport is closed. So is the Bradley International Airport. That's in Hartford, Connecticut, and so is the Ronald Reagan Airport in Washington. And back here live at LaGuardia, just some local updates to tell you about. We have 158 canceled flights in Newark, 95 at LaGuardia, and 57 at JFK. And that is the latest live from LaGuardia. Carolina Terrazona, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
All right, Carolina, I feel sorry for those little girls that were sitting there. But they're
They
going to
look
get
comfy, though.
Yeah,
Right?
there you go. Still had Eyewitness News this morning at 6:40. Much more live storm coverage as the snow, the rain, the sleet. We've got a potpourri, is what I like to say.
Morristown right there.
That's right, just down the road from the Tiffany Diner in Mawa.
Stay with us.
Your Eyewitness News traffic reports. Up to the minute, getting you where you need to go. With current traffic conditions throughout the tri-state area, Eyewitness News traffic reports. Brought to you by Lukoil. We love cars.
This car is packed with technology.
But I find it very easy to use.
The car is simple, intuitive.
It's elegant, it's beautiful.
The way it makes you feel, the safety, the security, the comfort. We walked away from an accident because of that car.
The car's an absolute rocket. It's just a wonderful car to drive.
You get what you pay for, it's that simple.
When I was a kid, I thought these cars were the most beautiful in the world, and I still do.
8-time Academy Award nominee Peter O'Toole in the role of a lifetime. Peter O'Toole gives a career-crowning performance. An Academy Award nominee for Best Actor.
It's my goodbye to you.
Venus, rated R, now playing.
I am confident.
I have more energy.
My abs, I don't have a 6, but I got a 4.
Bally has been great.
Join Bally Total Fitness now for just $19 down and $19 a month. Call 1-800-FITNESS.
30 days later.
30 days later, I am one hot mama.
I lost 14 pounds.
3 pant sizes, 4 inches in my waist.
There's no more junk in the trunk. It's all in the right place.
Join Bally now for just $19 down and $19 a month.
I just feel absolutely wonderful.
Call 1-800-FITNESS for the club nearest you.
An all-new Oprah. Hearts will flutter. Tears will fall. He will make her dream come true.
Oh, my God.
Valentine's Day surprises. Love is in the air. Next Oprah. Today at 4 right here on ABC 7.
Stay with ABC 7 this morning, starting with Good Morning America. Then live with Tracy Kelly, Rachel Ray, The View, and Eyewitness News. All right here on ABC 7. Today's preview is sponsored by Tri-State Ford.
Yay.
Welcome back. And you know, you got Heidi working on your maps. You guys got a team going.
And we got the chat going. And you know, you can always go to 7 online. I'm trying to answer questions online. I can't get to everybody's town and give you a snow total. I try.
Right.
But I can't.
You're only one
I
man.
can't do every township, hamlet, borough.
We liked Heidi's gloves. Did you notice that? They were like Mickey Mouse's
Have you
hands.
seen her hands?
Oh, humongous.
Yeah.
She's
You
so
know
little.
what they say about people with big hands.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. They wear big gloves. She has big gloves. Here's what's going on this morning. We look at our weather to start the day. We're going to go out to Heidi, who has been a great help this morning. We've got our whole weather team here. We got a great weather team, and we're all public servants, and we're all here to help you. We've got great crews out there in the field, and we got all the weather for you. We're going to check in with her in just a moment. Here's what's going on this morning. This is Morristown, New Jersey. Now watch the cars come around that corner, because you know that you know it's just going to be. There you go, nice and slow. There you go. All right. Allow yourself a lot of extra time. Here is Chappaqua this morning. There goes the police. And here's what's happening this morning. That's why they were going slow. All right. All right, here is Chappaqua there at the train station. Now, do you see a difference there? That doesn't look like a whole lot of accumulation, especially on the car tops. But there's icing there. That's the real problem. Those roadways have been treated. They're wet. But, you know, roadways that have not been treated, and even those that have been treating it, will get so cold tonight that will glaze over. Let's go to Goshen, and you can see there's snow. You get to Sussex, Warren County, up toward Rockland County, northern Westchester, you run into this, real snow. Certainly, this is a lot easier to drive in than what you have coming into the urban areas of New Jersey and the metropolitan areas of New York City and out across Long Island. And you can see they're taking it nice and slow there, too. But this is really cold, powdery snow, just like Ken was showing you a moment ago. Bless you, Stephen. Ken Rosado was showing you that powdery snow. So it's really cold here. The wind chill is 7, 8 below out there. So you don't want to be out in this either. You're going to want to get out in it and enjoy it. But do dress warmly in a lot of layers today. 20 degrees in Central Park. Out here at Goshen, it's around 2 degrees with a wind chill of about 10 below. Now, the humidity 84%. The barometer has been falling. The winds are northeast at 15. Gusting to 28. I want to show you the AccuTrack radar and show you the significant icing across Long Island. Now, the National Weather Service did not place Brooklyn or Queens or Nassau County or Suffolk County in that icing area, which they should. There's no question there's going to be significant icing, particularly in these higher elevations. There's some higher elevations on Long Island of 500 feet and more. So with that height, there'll be plenty of icing in here and around Brooklyn and Queens as well as the 5 boroughs. So there is an ice storm warning in effect during the day today all across central New Jersey up toward Passaic, Bergen counties, lower Westchester County, from the Bronx to Manhattan. But just know this, there's significant icing anywhere from these pink shades eastward, and there will be across Connecticut once you get inside of Long Island Sound across that area as well throughout the area. So winter storm warning in effect for at least a foot of snow in here. They're going to be measuring that snow up around Goshen, up around Middletown in a measurement of feet. 18 in Rye now, 29 in the city, 9 Poughkeepsie, 10 Monticello, 25 on Long Island. So it's plenty cold out there, plenty cold at the surface and in the upper atmosphere. 7 below Monticello, 6 below Poughkeepsie. It feels like 2-3 degrees over much of the area. Here's the low center. One low is here, another low coming right up the coast. Right there's the second one with the energy and the moisture. And it's just due south. Just about due south of Philly, really, and almost due south of Cape May. Now, it will venture eastward out into the Atlantic and cut right on east of the Cape and out into the Atlantic. So it's hugging the coast at the moment. That allows the middle layer of this system in the atmosphere to warm. It pulls in this warm moisture from the Gulf and off the Atlantic in the middle layer, and that's why we're getting a significant icing. If the high were, further and stronger to the east and the low out here, we would get more in the way of snow. What a blizzard we'd have on our hands in the city. Well, we do not. We have that icing and the snow mix, and north and west is where the heaviest snows are going to be falling. Here on the Upper West Side, Heidi Jones has been standing by. She's been helping me out this morning. Boy, you are very handy today.
Yeah, it may not be pretty, Bill, Steve, and Lori. Mickey Mouse hands, though, are keeping me warm. I had smaller gloves, but I've now pulled out the ski gloves because it's that cold out here. Bill, we're measuring it out here. We've got wind gusting up to 30, 35 miles an hour at different periods, taking that feels like number down to 0 or 4 above at any given time. So it's cold out here. It may be Valentine's Day. We may have a winter storm on our hands. But everyone's still motoring around. Everyone's coming to work. The subway over on the Upper West Side certainly is busy. Let's take a look at a map, and we're going to show you exactly what we're expecting. And on this map, you're going to see we're going to have that mixing and icing problems, especially west of the city, throughout the duration of today before everything winds down as flurries. When this coastal storm goes by, it's really going to pull in some more cold air, and that's going to turn everything back over to snow. So while some folks waking up with not much snow on the ground, we could probably still get a burst of an inch or two later. We're going to watch that, obviously, throughout the day. And for now, we'll toss it back inside to you, Bill.
All right, well, you might want to tie the cinder blocks to your feet. Because look at these winds that are going to be in the area for the day today. A 60-mile-an-hour wind in Suffolk County and in eastern Fairfield County to New Haven. A 50-mile-an-hour wind gust across the area for much of the day today. 40 and 50-mile-per-hour winds over the area. Now later on, once the sun goes down today and this low intensifies out here in the Atlantic, that will flash freeze things. We're off the high tide now over much of the area, so there has been some coastal flooding. Fortunately, the low is far enough south and not east that it hasn't pushed a lot of water in here yet. So we're coming off the high tide. Now, however, overnight tonight on the next high tide, which will be 5 o'clock this afternoon, there will be some flooding concerns with this second low that is going eastward. Behind this, a very cold air mass that is going to come in for tomorrow and as we get into the weekend. 34 to 36 today, an icy mix. There goes the low. Right by eastern Long Island, and then right out into the Atlantic overnight. Then it's windy tomorrow with a fair amount of sunshine, but a really cold day with wind chills well below 0. So this snow we have in the city is going to go to ice and rain and then back to snow. There'll be snow north and west, a foot or more. Windy and cold in and around the area for tonight and tomorrow. We have sunshine, but it's going to feel like 0 to start the day and 10 above. Yeah. Here's your AccuWeather 5-day forecast. 22 on Friday and 30s on Saturday and Sunday. Be very careful today. Be prepared for the power to go out.
Right.
I haven't talked about that a whole lot, but I mean, when you have an ice storm warning.
The weight of the lines.
Yeah, the tree limbs come down, the power lines come down, roadways are icy, bridges overpass. Walking is treacherous. Check on your neighbors, that sort of thing.
And the elderly as well. They
dogs got to get out and walk, and gotta walk the dog.
You gotta walk the dog.
But I mean, the ice is just the worst in our area. Yeah. Of all things you get, that is number one.
All right. Thank you, sir. You might wonder why we have tomatoes out here. This is from the tomato people, Joe. If you look,
why wouldn't they be?
It says 1 hot tomato for Valentine's Day. When they were first made, these Campari tomatoes, they were thought to be aphrodisiacs, Lauren, called love apples. So there you go.
I had one.
What do you do with it?
Nothing, huh?
You're not feeling the love, are you?
Well, look what's around you.
Right.
All right, let's go outside. We got ourselves one doozy of a rush hour, as Lori said yesterday. We've got ourselves problems over here on let's start on the Jersey Turnpike, since we have one of our only cameras that are working here this morning. Southbound, right around Interchange 9, an accident on the inner roadway. Then down around 7, another one. Western Spur at 15W. The 2 left lanes are out with an accident. 35 is the posted speed limit there. I might as well just keep this shot up because we got problems everywhere. Eastbound 80, a bunch of accidents, 2 separate ones around 38, another one at 54, 287, that tractor-trailer accident right around exit 41. Up on 78, several accidents being reported now between 29 and interchange 36. Eastbound LIE, actually both directions, right from western Suffolk into eastern Nassau, that whole area there. A lot of problems also as you begin to travel on the New York State Thruway around southbound at exit 17, a jackknife truck. And then also now on the Merritt Parkway, we have numerous accidents reported between exits 29 and 47 and alternate side. In effect, so far, so good with the trains. We haven't heard anything bad about them, at least not yet. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
Thank you, Grandpa Walton.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We got more coming up with the Storm Watch coverage. Don't go anywhere.
That's right. But first, here's a look at your favorite stocks. Coming right back.
The Business Week Report, sponsored by Toyota.
Have you noticed how many car ads want you to hurry in? Hurry in, don't wait. They want you to hurry because they don't want you finding out what the best car really is. This is the Toyota Camry, the 2007 Motor Trend Car of the Year. So, you know, it's the best car.
Lease the famously popular Toyota Camry for just $239 a month. Toyota, a smart way to keep moving forward.
Furniture delivered before the paint even dries. Only the largest furniture retailer in the Northeast can deliver the furniture of your dreams in 3 days or less, guaranteed. Raymore and Flanagan. When we furnish your home, we furnish your style.
And now for some big news. It's Empire's half-price carpet sale. Save 50% on quality brand name carpet. You can shop right at home and we'll install your new carpet next day. Right now you'll save 50%. Plus make no payments till April 2008. Next day installation, no payments till April 2008 and 50% savings. A carpet sale this big can't last forever. Call Empire today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Is life getting to you?
You just have to honor the correct price. You got that?
I can't do this many leaves for $10.
On March 2nd, 4 friends.
We need to get away.
Road trip? 2,000 miles.
Now, what do we have here? You wearing pants?
No. How wild?
What did you do? I blew up their bar.
Can it get?
I wanted to say something funny, but all I could think of was black jokes. Please do tell.
Wild Hogs. Rated PG-13.
Welcome back, 6:53. As we said, most of the snow is falling north of the city. We have sent Lisa Colagrassi up to Goshen, where she's got her fill of snow, right?
And I'll tell you, we've got a lot of it, and Bill's exactly right. This is the powdery stuff. It's just, you can't even really make a snowball of it. It's just very powdery, but we've got a lot of it, probably more than 4 inches. The snow plows up here have been working overtime all throughout the night. We've seen probably 50 to 75 plows work in these streets, and they are still snow covered. They have been working very hard to get, they're used to a lot of snow up here, but they've really been out trying to get the salt down, trying to get the snow off the roads as best they can. They are prepared for it up here. Yesterday, Orange County schools decided they would close for today just as a precaution. Right now, we talked to state police and Orange County police. They say only a handful of accidents so far. Obviously, the traffic volume way down. A lot of people just staying indoors today. We are live in Goshen. Lisa Colagrassi, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Lisa, thank you. We have much more live storm watch coverage. When we come back, stay with us.
Very busy.
Line today, you can expect delays and cancellations.
As you might expect. Eyewitness News reporter Carolina Arizona live at LaGuardia Airport. Carolina.
Well, Steve and Lori, it's very busy here at LaGuardia this morning. It's been a long morning, and it's going to be a very long day. Some airport closings to tell you about this morning. The Washington Dulles Airport is closed, so is the Ronald Reagan Airport in Washington, and so is the Bradley International Airport in Hartford, Connecticut. And as can be expected, that's what's really affecting everything else. As far as our area, we have 108 flights canceled here at LaGuardia, 60 at JFK, and 165 at Newark. But stay with Eyewitness News because, of course, as we all know, those numbers do change. And that is the latest live from LaGuardia. Carolina Tarazona, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Carolina, thank you. Let's go to Joe Nolan once again at Metro
traffic. Yeah, I think he's going to talk a little bit about how in Jersey it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, Joe?
Yeah, it has been. It's been bad all over, and the worst part about it right now is on the New Jersey Turnpike, and it has changed a lot. I mean, we've had problems out on the 80, on 280, on 287, just about everywhere. And right now, as you head southbound on the Turnpike at 9, there's an accident. At 7, there's one. Western Spur at 15W. 2 left lanes are out. 35 is the posted speed limit, the entire length of that roadway. Now up on 287 southbound around exit 41, there's a tractor-trailer accident. That continues. Several accidents on 78. Also on the Merritt Parkway, numerous accidents between 29 and 47. Let's show you the Belt Parkway out here by Kennedy Airport. And again, moving along, coming towards you, but going the other way now, just, you know, slow and heavy stuff. It's been pretty much just wet there, but now as you see it, it's starting to get a little crunchy there as well. 17 southbound up on the New York State Thruway, that exit 17, there's an accident, including a jackknife truck. Everywhere you go today, every roadway in the entire area, there are spin-outs, there are accidents. So far, so good with mass transit. As we've been telling you, the trains are running on our closest schedule. Absolutely the best way to go if you can get to a train this morning. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. We're going to go back to Ken Rosado live in Somerville with another look at what's going on there. Ken?
And good morning, Lori. Good morning, everyone. Still ice pellets falling, but it is certainly starting to diminish a little bit, a little reprieve. The last hour and a half, the pellets were just literally pounding against the face with high winds. It's lightening up a little bit, but one of the concerns we had, in fact, Jerry, if you wouldn't mind just pushing up to those power lines a little bit too, those power lines are literally getting encrusted with ice, and with the high winds before and still some breezes now, the concern is that we want to see those things staying up there until that ice can melt up. So now we keep our fingers crossed and hope that ice doesn't continue to build up, and it looked like that was the case before. Now that the ice is not coming down as liquid and freezing on the ground as it was earlier, it's now solid pellets. We hope that that will be the case. Nonetheless, be very careful. The roadways do have a foundation of ice, and it's definitely making for slippery travel in this area. That's it from here. We are live in New Jersey. Ken Rosado, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thanks so much, and for all the crews that were out in the bad weather, we appreciate all the...
Hey, you guys did a great job out
wonderful
there.
job.
It's rough out there.
Yeah,
you could tell.
We've been on the air 3 hours. They've been going at it for, nearly 5-7 hours already.
All
8
kind
hours.
of conditions.
So, yeah, it's rough. Good job out there, folks. All right, here's what's happening this morning. Eddie, let's look at the AccuTrack radar, or if you got an outside shot, let's show both if we can. First off, there's the ice across Long Island. We've been talking about that yesterday, all day long, about the icing situation. There's an ice warning, ice storm warning in effect throughout the day today, and you see the snow north and west. Here's what's going on today. It's going to be snowing to the north and west, up to about a foot north and west. We'll be at 36 later on. That ice is going to go back to snow later today. And we'll also see it getting very cold with flash freezing later on tonight with the winds at 50-60 miles an hour, and then cold on Thursday and Friday.
All right.
Make it a good day for yourself. Stay indoors and be safe. Check on your neighbors.
Great job.
God bless you.
Predictions, everything came through.
Great
just
job.
as
We're
you
here to
told.
work. You guys
That's
did a
right.
great job. Thanks for the support and the help. I don't
Speaking
know.
of support,
Happy Valentine's
there you
Day.
go.
Happy
There's candy
Valentine's
for
Day.
you.
Oh, I love candy.
Yes, and this is for you. It took me all day to... Took me a while with all the serious news.
Thank you,
Thanks for
sweetheart.
I love you, baby.
Oh, my God. I'm attached to you now. Thanks for
good
being
day.
with us. Be safe if you go outside, everyone. Bye-bye.
There's some sweet times ahead. Happy Valentine's Day from ABC 7.